Hey everyone, today we're going to talk about libraries, and this is a new functionality in Flow version 5. So we're going to talk about it. And the library actually is the future of Flow. A lot of people are not like immediately when they hear about that, they're like, yeah, probably that's not the best feature. But to be honest, you will actually we're going to watch that video over and over again because libraries is going to be, I think, the biggest feature in Flow in the coming months and years. Why I'm saying that is because libraries will give you the possibility to actually extend your project even further than, for example, dependencies. And what are the difference between the dependencies and libraries? We're going to talk about that as well. And I'm going to show you today how to create a library, and I'm going to show you how to embed it in your project. And what is libraries, how to use it, and everything that you need to know about libraries. Yeah, before we started, actually, I just want to say thank you very much for all the people who are actually subscribed to my YouTube channel. Thanks to everyone who are actually paid members to my YouTube channel. If you consider to be a paid member, you have access to all my live shows I'm doing every Wednesday. I'm actually doing a live show in my YouTube channel, and you have access to those as well. And all the live sessions that I already did. And also, if you are Fanatic and above, you get access to videos like that. That was first introduced to my paid members, and then they are introduced to everyone else. And you'll be the first to get it. And of course, we will support that channel as 95% of the income from YouTube, it's actually coming from paid members. So for me personally, it's very appreciated that you even consider being a paid member. And also for my goal, actually, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, you also help me with that because my goal is to reach 6,000 subscribers, which means that if I do that, I'll be officially the only one that I personally know that has more subscribers in YouTube, which is mind blowing. There's one person, there's one friend of mine who has 5.7. So I'm close, but we'll see. That's mine. So if you want to help with that, it will be much appreciated. So without any further ado, let's actually jump into this video. Okay, so first of all, what you need to do and what are libraries in general. So the whole idea of libraries is that you will have one project, or you can create one project, or you can use one of the projects that are being created. And I believe in the future, Flow is actually going to produce those projects as well, that you can convert into library. And what that means that you can import those libraries in your other project, and that will import everything that you have in that project, like that will import page states, that will import actions, that will import widgets, that will import no actions, it will not be imported, that will import page states, app states, component states, that will import also API calls, it will be imported. It will be imported like any configurations that you have. So the whole idea is that, for example, if you have set up, for example, Spotify connection or Stripe connection, you'll be able to import that library, and now you'll be able to use that in your project. So, for example, instead of setting up the API calls from over here, you'll be able to go over here and just say, just open the the action flow editor, sorry, and then you'll be able to have access to those API calls, even that you haven't implement any API calls, you still have access to it, which is amazing. Like this gives you so much opportunity in general. And I'm going to create just a demo API call, and I'm going to say google.com, doesn't really matter, just to show you how that looks like. Great. And what are difference between dependencies that you import in your custom code and libraries? So dependencies is packages in Flutter which are actually built and you can use in your custom code. You can use it as an action, you can use it as a widget. But the libraries are actually projects inside Flow that can have custom code. It will import also custom code, and it will import API calls, and it's a lot of things that almost everything that you have in the project will be imported in the other project when you import a library. So that means that it's even extended version of it. And why I said at the beginning of the video that libraries are the future. The reason I said that is because I talked with Abel and Leah yesterday actually, and they mentioned libraries as well. And we mentioned, for example, Revenue Cat. And we mentioned that Revenue Cat was not updated recently. And they actually said that the idea that they're going to follow forward in the future will be that they are going to have libraries. So for example, Revenue Cat can go in Flow, create a library, and then everyone can actually use that library. So you have, like I said, you have the API calls, you can use them in actions. So everything will work. The great thing about libraries is also that libraries can be upgradable, so updatable. So that means that if I created a library, I can change it, and then people will be able to also upgrade to the latest version. But they also have the opportunity to not upgrade to the latest version. So that's actually a great benefit, because right now, if you're using dependencies and for the Flow upgrade a dependency, and if that breaks your project, there is you need to manually go back to the previous version, for example, which I don't think a lot of people even know about that. But yeah, that's actually libraries. I tried to give you the basic explanation. And today we are going to talk about local files library. Like today, I'm going to also show you a project that I'm going to convert into library, and then I'm going to use it so you can actually see how it's supposed to use. So let's actually start with that. We have a blank project over here, a blank page, and I have included some of the code. So the code I have included is about the custom video player, display asset image, display image, play asset audio. So what are all those? So the idea is that custom video player will play local file. So that's very important, because right now, currently, if you actually add a video player over here, you have only two options. So let me show you what I mean. You have two options over here. Either you have network, so which is like external file, like external URL, or you have the asset, and the asset cannot be dynamic. So there are some limitations about that, and that's why I actually created those for custom codes, because this will play, the idea of this code is that it will play a local file that you have it in your device. This custom widget will display a local image that you have in your device, and this custom widget will display a local image that you have it, but it will be from the asset, and it will take one parameter, which is the name of the image in the asset. They need to be equal, or else it will not work, of course. And then for the custom video player, of course, you have the local URL. That's the local URL, the path to the local URL. And to display the image again is the path to the local URL. And the play asset audio, again, it would be the the name of the asset, and that will automatically play it. So yeah, so that's actually for codes. And what if we want to convert that? Something happened with my camera. What if you want to convert that into a library? So there is a new option. If you go to settings right now, and if you scroll down to app settings, there is a new option called publish to library. Let me actually check if that is available in the public version right now, because to be honest, I'm not sure what is yet pushed to the public and what is not. So give me just 1 second. Yeah, it is actually available. So this is because I'm using the beta right now, but this is now available to production. So you can actually do that currently right now. So first of all, what you need to do is write the version of the library. This is the default version 001, which is, I think, for me personally, it's a great version. It's a great version. The version of the package you want to publish. They call it like a package, so it's library, but they call it here a package. For me personally, it's still a library. I'm not sure why they call it package over here. And then we have a description, like for example, this library will give you access to display local videos and images. Local videos, let's say local videos, images, and audio files. Let's call it like that. And then I can click on commit changes. I can write a new commit into say init commit or my first commit, and then commit. And then when I'm done committing, I should be able to publish it. That's the idea. Yeah, so you have to wait a little bit and you have this button, publish. Let's publish it now. Click on that button and it says over here, warning. Publish your project as a library. Will disable certain features including file-based functionality and some integrations. Please note that this action is irreversible. So be careful converting your real projects into libraries. The projects that you convert into libraries, the idea of those projects should be that they're used for libraries and not like don't convert like your real project with. So that's the warning over here. But I'm okay with that because I have created that a project specially for that. So I'm totally fine with that. And then we have the publish history. You have the version, you have the description of this version, and then you have the published by. So you have your name over here. We have when it was published, and you have the commit reference. So you have the reference of the commit. If you click on the reference, it will just open the project with your reference. That's the only thing that is actually doing. Great. And now that we have committed this project as a library, there is another thing that I didn't mention, which is I think right now currently by the time of recording of this video, you can only import libraries to your projects from your own account. So I don't think you can import libraries from other accounts or public libraries or something like that. But in the future, that will be changed because I didn't mention that as well. Because the idea is that Flow will actually make you so you can import libraries from the marketplace. So you should be able to submit your libraries in the marketplace, and then people should be able to just import your libraries from the marketplace. So let's jump into the other project, which is the beta project over here, and let's try to import that library that I just created. So let's go into, so where do you import the library? So publishers library, it's where you publish it. But importing it, you need to go to this new option, which is settings, project setup, and it's called projects dependencies. And I have already imported one demo library, but let's actually import a new one. So let's actually click over here and let's import a new one. And you can actually see automatically that this library it's now showing because it's in your account. And it says over here, select library project or paste project ID to add it as dependencies. So in the future, you should be able to paste the project ID. But I'm not sure actually if there is someone who wants to test that. Let me know in the comments below if we have created a library and paste the ID of the project, just a demo library, paste the ID of the project. So let me see if I can add it actually over here just for demo purposes. I'm just wondering if I can add libraries from other accounts. So very easy. If it's your own library, like I said, very easy. It will just be a drop down that you select it. So I'm selecting it. And now I should be able to just add it. So yeah, now it's added. And now it says what is actually added. So it says this is the name of the library. And it says the following are imported from the library project and are available for use in this project. So it's 4 custom widgets, which is great, which is exactly what I want. And then I have 1 demo custom API call, which is great. That is great. And now you can actually, if you click over here, you can actually see that these 4 widgets, custom widgets imported and 1 API call that is imported. And I can also view the details, which will give me all the details over here. So for the library demo, you can actually see that I have imported upstate's version and API calls demo. And if I go over here, let's actually see if I can use that. So let's say a blank new page called use library. And then let's try to use it. So first of all, let's try to add a text over here. Let's try to add the version. So where's this version coming from? It's coming from the library demo upstate. You can actually see it over here. That's super cool. You can go to upstate, and now under upstate we have this available options. What if I have another upstate over here just for demo purposes? Let's add a version, my version, for example, or you can probably have the same version, to be honest. If I just click version and go over here, and that means that if I go to upstate right now, we have 2 versions, right? So we have from my project, we have the upstate version, and we have from the library. So if I click over here, that will be the library. That will be the upstate coming from the library. And then what about the project, the custom widgets? So the custom widgets that we imported from the library, that's interesting actually. How to add those? I'm not really sure. Yeah, it's actually over here. You have components and custom widgets imported from libraries. That's a new button actually over here. And this is where they live. So for example, I can add my display image, and of course I get 3 errors, which is I need to supply the width, I need to supply the height, and let's make that scrollable, and of course I need to supply the path. So let's say the path is my image.png, for example. That would be not the path. It needs to be supplied the whole path actually, not only this part, but I just want to get rid of the errors. And that will magically works. What if I want to use the API call? Well, if I go over here and if I write demo, I think was the name. I think the name of it was demo. So let's actually open that. Let's actually close that, sorry, and then open it like that so you can see it better probably. And then go to backend and then go to API calls. And now you can actually see I have 2 API calls, and both of them are actually from my library. It's pretty amazing because, like I said, you can have integrations, and it will be very easy to integrate And if, let's say, for example, Flow, it's being in charge of that, those APIs codes to be to be reliable, that would be amazing. So, and for example, if Spotify do a project here in Flow, or I'm actually thinking about creating a new section in my GitHub that will call libraries, and I'm going to share I'm going to share my libraries, and I'm going to share all libraries that I found online from users from Flow. So you can actually do the same as well, to be honest. But yeah, that's actually libraries in a nutshell. I hope you like that video. I don't think that there is much to say more about it. I have 2 errors over here. The reason I have 2 errors is because I haven't chosen an API call here, and because I don't have like an action over here. If you want to just get rid of the error, the simple way is to just choose an API to update the app state, and just don't choose an API. Don't choose the field over here, and it will still get rid of the error. So yeah, that's actually, and let's rename that to import, or maybe use libraries, and yeah, that's about it. It's definitely working. I cannot right now show you that it's working, but it's definitely working. And if you want to have access to this library, like I said, you can go to my GitHub repo. Right now, you don't see the folder libraries, but there will be a new folder libraries, and you'll be able to import this library. I'm actually giving this library for free. The reason I'm doing that is because of my subscribers, because of to celebrate the 5,000 subscribers. And talking about subscribers and paid members, if you want to be on this wall of paid members, then feel free to become a paid member. And also, I just want to say thank you very much to Anomias, which is an elite member, Klaturov, it's an elite member, and JSNA, which are 3 elite members. And if you want to get a shout out after each of the videos, please consider to be an elite member to get a shout out, and to also get access to one of my projects. So you can get an access to any of my projects that I use in my videos, and every month, if you continue to be an elite member, I will give you access to another project of your choice. So thank you very much, and more videos are about to come about the new features that are released for Flow 5.0. So stay tuned. Take care. Bye bye.